What is up, Aries? Welcome to your You versus Them reading. So this is for any relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Jordyn. I'm a master Reiki practitioner and shamanic healer, and I read tarot. I do a lot of things. You can find everything you need to know about personal bookings down below, as well as Patreon, where you get a free 10-minute reading upon sign up. But let's see what's going on for you. I'm gonna look into each person, head, heart, and soul. The current situation and the obstacle you guys are facing. What is Aries? This feels like a chasing, like a back and forth, like cat mouse, like on and off. This feels more so in forms of communication more than anything. So let's see what's going on for you. Head, heart, soul. Person 1, person 2, head, heart, soul, your current situation, and your crossing. Okay, I like this. This is actually really nice. It's really nice. I like this a lot, actually. Okay, so the current situation is death in reverse, which tells me that you're going through a very transformative time with one another. Then you have the Ace of Swords crossing it as your obstacle. The obstacle is going to be communication and also the way that you perceive one another, the situation, and yourselves. Makes a lot of sense. Mercury just went direct in Taurus. Taurus is the sign of foundations, and so Mercury is the mind's planet. So the way that we perceive foundations, such as relationships, is going to be changing. I like this a lot. I like this. Okay, so person 1, in their head, they have the King of Wands. They're very confident. They feel very playful. They could be a little, feel like this person can push your buttons at times. The King of Wands energy is very creative. It's known as your artist. It's also the entrepreneur. They're very go-getter. You can't tell them what to do, though. Meanwhile, the person over here is a Six of Wands. This person's actually, I feel like they're really good at socializing. The Six of Wands typically is actually a card of recognition. It's about coming in a battle, getting like the applause for what you've overcome or what you've done. This one feels really wise, a little older. Like this would be the one of the two that's more tame, whereas this one feels kind of like scattered all over the place. I like the energy though. They balance each other really well. So in the heart space of person 1, you have the Seven of Swords in reverse. In person 2, they have the Eight of Wands. Both people want to move forward. It's actually the passive person that wants things to move quickly. And I think it's because there's just a really strong attraction between the two of them. The King of Wands has the Seven of Swords in reverse. I think that they know that they have a habit of possibly moving too quickly, and that's sabotage relationships. And so this is where the balance comes in. In the soul space, we have the Moon in reverse for person. Okay, so they're very intuitive. The Moon actually upright is more intuitive for me, but they are starting to see themselves very clearly. I feel like this person just went through a really big transformation in themselves, and so in turn relationships are going to start changing too. I like this energy. This person's they're very ambitious. It's like they're thinking about moving, but they're also thinking about new jobs, or if they're an entrepreneur, like how to change their current business. I like this energy. This feels more like an earth sign. Like this feels very like slow, languid, but like I want to keep the ball rolling. Like they don't want to ever sit still. They want like a slow, steady progression. They have judgment in their soul's energy. These two fit really well together. They do. This is the right decision, whatever current situation you're going through, whether it be difficult or not, you're on the right path together. This particular person, I feel like they're at the end of the lesson. I feel like this person's still in the midst of a lesson. And I think that's why they're not showing up quite yet. They haven't acclimated to their current energy, which is typically when someone's in a current energy, they show up as a court card. Whereas this person feels more so like the knight on the back of the horse in the Six of Wands. They don't feel like a court card just yet, because I feel like they're still in between two frequencies, which tells me that they haven't yet completed a lesson. The overall energy is a Seven of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of clarity coming in around the misuse of power, or how to embody your personal power more effectively. I like this. It's a really nice relationship. It's kind of like you're both just, that cat and mouse vibe is kind of like, okay, I learned a lesson. Well, I'm still learning mine. Okay, I learned a lesson. Well, now I got to catch up. I think that's more so what this back and forth feels like. So communication can be a little rocky right now because you both have not yet like acclimated to the new self. So let's see what's going on here for the two of you. For Aries, again, it's general, timeless. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and don't force it to fit, please. And for all personal bookings, you can check out my website down below. I actually offer this spread on my site as well, a You versus Them spread. So let's see. I'm very drawn to this person. This person feels very hermit. They feel very within themselves. It's not that I feel that they're avoiding people, but I feel like they might not be socializing as much as they used to, which is strange because they feel very social. I think it's like almost overstimulated. Like, I just want some time to myself. Let's see what's going on with the King of Wands. Wow, the pull between these two is really interesting. Because even as I pulled cards for this person, I'm very pulled towards this person. And with the World in reverse and the King of Swords here, these people, they've gone through this dynamic before already. This one's really persuasive. They're like your stereotypical salesman. I can't shake the feeling that the King of Swords is actually this person, but I think it's just that both people embody that energy. This King of Wands, King of Swords individual, if it is all one person, is very salesman. Is very like, I'm persuasive, I see the truth. They're very like, if they think it, they're gonna say it. They could be very blunt. I like them. I like this energy. I kind of vibe with this energy. So let's look at their soul. I mean, the heart space with the Seven of Swords. How they feel towards this person. Oh, yeah, see, they're used to sabotaging things that are solid, things that actually work. I think that they have a lot of fear that they're going to do that again. Yeah, Seven of Wands. They're really trying very hard to fight against that urge to want to sabotage things. It's not like consciously they don't want it. It's a part of them that doesn't feel worthy of stable commitments, and that's actually what they're working through. Yeah, they're putting an end, death, to the sabotaging behavior. I like this a lot. They're just like on a path of like really starting to see themselves, which is very healthy, very healthy. So high five if that's you. Let's look at the moon. This is their soul on a soul level. I wouldn't be shocked if this person's coming out of Saturn return, which happens about every 30 years or so, 29 to be exact. Yeah, Three of Swords and the Magician in reverse. This is a lot of sorrow. I think someone's seeing how the misuse of their power, or basically like their ego in the past, they could have come across a little arrogant or condescending. I think they're seeing how even though they acted that way out of their own insecurity, like, you know, when someone's really insecure and they try to act really like authoritative, that's kind of what this person is starting to see that they have done in their past, even if the past was yesterday, right? And they're really trying to heal that part of them because they're realizing what it's rooted in. They're doing some really deep work. I like this. They want to be their best selves. They're surrendering that. Yeah, they're letting it go with the Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. They really are being called to invest in this relationship. This is going to be a very healthy dynamic. I like this. Let's look at this. This person I feel is going to be the curveball. This one's like secretly sassy. They feel really sweet, they feel really kind, but they're secretly really sassy. We have the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. Okay, so of the two, it's ironic because it's almost like they're switching. Because this one is like, okay, I want to isolate and avoid to do my healing instead of just openly communicating like I have to get something done for myself right now because I am struggling and I can't put my finger on in what way I'm struggling because it's very internal. It's not something external to them. And they're struggling to look inward. Yeah, Nine of Cups, King of Wands. They're very happy with the King of Wands. They're very happy with this person. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be seen. And, it's hard to be seen by, I think that's a very common belief or limiting belief, I should say. Like, it's hard to be seen because it means that you're being very vulnerable. You're showing all parts of yourself. This person's really struggling with that because the King of Wands, King of Swords is over here like, oh, I see myself. Like, yeah, I got some ugly parts, but I'm going to own it and I can fix them. Like, they're not permanent. Like, I have the power, the authority to really change that. Whereas this person's going through the phase of like the guilt and shame for the parts of them that they're not so proud of. And that's where they're wanting to be very recluse and like, oh my gosh, what if somebody sees me in this light? What if they see me like that? And they're really struggling with that. So let's look at the Eight of Wands. They're very happy with the King of Wands though. They don't want to lose them. Yeah, they're going to move very quickly into a stage of mourning and release. They're going to move through this very, very quickly. I feel like they're addressing it more with their analytical mind right now, but their heart space is like, okay, come on, let go of the emotional self. Yeah, Queen of Wands, they're a true pair. Very nice. There they are. See, they show up in the heart space, which is interesting. The Queen of Wands energy was like, I don't want to be seen in the head space, right? They don't want to be acknowledged. But emotionally, they want to be seen by the King of Wands. They want this person to acknowledge, like, okay, I have a strong connection to you. I want to be with you. I'm still releasing some things. This could be between the two of you. This feels like, if it is between the two of you, it's triggers from their own past. It doesn't feel like it really is something with solely just the relationship. Let's look at Judgment. King of Cups. They're meant to be with one another. There's going to be a lot of learning here between the two of them. Yeah, then you have the Star and yeah. So there's a second chance. So you're going to second chance. Let me just clarify what I mean by that. Second chance in regards to energy doesn't mean like, oh my gosh, there's a breakup, but then you reconcile and then you get back together. Second chance can be that you never broke up, but you're realizing a new way of being is coming about. So that is your second chance, okay? So don't think that there's going to be a separation of any sort just because there's a second chance. Just be mindful of that. But if you are separated, second chance, right? It's a second go around to really solidify a solid foundation and learn to rebuild foundations in a healthy way. The Page of Pentacles to me is the review. It's someone who's looking at the pentacle and realizing, okay, well, I really want this Ace of Pentacles. I really want this big, shiny, stable earth energy in my life. How should I build it this time? Because pages are students. So there's a review of like, okay, I really am called, right? Judgment. My soul is quite literally drawing me to the king, and I have a lot of love for them, and I can tell they have love for me, and they do because they show up as the King of Cups. How do I build this new foundation? So that's what this person is being called to really review, how they're participating in this relationship and realizing that in order to have a true intimate relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic, being seen by somebody means seeing all of yourself as well. Okay? And that's okay. It's actually a very beautiful, loving thing. Yeah, with Death in reverse, you're releasing this, both people are releasing the energy of unworthiness, right? The Four of Cups is a depiction of somebody being offered a cup that they want, but they're crossing their arms and they're like, no, I don't want it. And they're rejecting it. So it's the card of rejection. It's also the card of like shutting things down that you truly desire because you don't feel worthy of it. With Death in reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse, it speaks to opening the heart space and accepting the very things you do want that in the past maybe you denied, whether it be yourself or another. Okay, let's look more at Death. Yeah, Five of Wands. This is a very emotional, as soon as I pulled this Five of Wands out, I just want to cry. There's a lot of resistance to it, and oh, this makes me so emotional because I've had so many Reiki clients come in with this kind of energy lately where they'll even be like, oh my God, I feel naked. And really what it is that you have space. You have space now, and you have gone so long without that space. So once you feel that space energetically, it could feel like a loss or a mourning, but really what it is it's feeling bare. It's like, oh my gosh, I released this heavy weight or cloak that was covering me, and now I see myself. And so at first it could feel really uncomfortable or scary, or maybe like something's wrong, but it's not that anything's wrong. It's that you now have space because you allowed something that you've been holding for so long to finally fall away. So now you have that empty room for new things, like the truth of who you are, your authenticity, the clarity of your reality of self in relationships, and how you commingle with all of it. Let's look at the Ace of Swords. Yeah, Hierophant. Beautiful. I love the Hierophant card with this because, yes, the Hierophant speaks to this relationship being a long-term commitment and contract. It's a soul contract. You incarnated into this life to experience one another, to heal, to see yourselves fully and see one another fully. So it's a mirror. It's a beautiful, clean, shiny Windex freaking mirror. A+. I love it. But the Hierophant is also, to me as a reader, the rule book. You're rewriting your rule book, rooted in truth versus distortion, right? Truth, Ace of Swords upright. Distortion, Ace of Swords in reverse, not seeing things clearly, right? Which could show up as limiting beliefs, anxiety, fear, depression, autoimmune disorders, etc. Because when we have an excess of anything, it is poison to the body. So you're rewriting your rule book so you're back in balance with oneself and the external. Let's see, what else do we have? So we have the Queen of Swords, and then we have the King of Pentacles. I love this energy. Yeah, you're a true pair. You're a true pair across the board. I like that they show up as a King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is my mini Emperor. It's very stable. It's very reliable. There's going to be a lot of conversation about the future, about what to build and where you'd like to go. I feel like the feminine is going to be a little bit more, I'd say more guarded of the two. It will take them more time to kind of soften, whereas the masculine feels a little bit further ahead on this journey. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Let's look at the Seven of Cups in the overall. Ace of Wands in reverse. You're realizing that you're getting a second chance at something that your soul's really been craving. Doesn't have to be with the same exact person. Could be with somebody who shares the same energy. Yeah, Six of Cups and Temperance. Sixes to me in tarot depict karma, right? So, and the Six of Cups is emotional karmic attachment. So this could be an emotional karmic lesson you're learning with somebody. Karmic lessons are not good or bad. They're simply lessons. That's it. It's just a lesson. It could be the lesson of unconditional love. That's a karmic lesson, right? It could be the lesson of rejection. That's a karmic lesson. And ironically enough, the two commingle. That's why they're karmic lessons. There's things that the soul needs to learn to release karma, release rejection, to make space for other karma, unconditional love. Okay, duality, it exists everywhere. Acceptance, rejection, all of it. So it's a learning to accept oneself. And with Temperance there, it's divine intervention helping you to heal. Okay, it's my angels, ancestors, and guides card. The Six of Cups is also Scorpio for those of you who are interested in signs. We have Aries, Leo, Scorpio again, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio again, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo with the Magician, which is Mercurial, the World, which is Capricorn for me as a reader, Leo, and more Scorpio with Death, and the Hierophant is Aries, Taurus for me as a reader. So for those of you who like the signs, there are the signs. But if you want a personal reading to look into your own relationship, your own dynamic, or just to look into yourself and what you need to know in your healing journey, go ahead, book it down below. If you'd like a Reiki or shamanic healing session, I offer all of my services either via Zoom, recorded readings, or in person. So regardless of where you're located, you could always book with me. And like, share, subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, I have my Reiki certification courses. If you're interested in becoming a Usui certified Reiki practitioner, I hold online classes and in-person classes. You can either do them in a class setting or individual. The online class is on May 20th. If you'd like to do a one-on-one Zoom call, it's the same price as a class, same thing for in-person. So go ahead, check it out. My in-person class is on June 3rd. I'd love to have you, and I also offer a 4 to 6 month long mentorship program for all 3 levels, as well as shamanic healing. I hope to see you guys. I hope to be part of your journey. I wish you the best. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.